As the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, my shift begins. My name is Arthur, and for the next 12 hours, this city of the silent is my ward. The air grows cool, carrying the scent of damp earth and old stone. The first thing I do every single night is lock the main gates. The heavy iron groans as I turn the ancient key, a sound that echoes through the stillness, sealing this place off from the bustling world outside. It's a symbolic act, really. Closing the door on the living and stepping into a world that belongs to memory. The lamps along the main path flicker to life, casting long, dancing shadows that stretch like grasping fingers. For many, this place is one of sadness, of final goodbyes. But as dusk settles, a different kind of beauty emerges. A quiet, profound peace that you can't find anywhere else. The noise of the city fades to a distant hum, and the only sounds are the rustle of leaves and the occasional call of a night bird. My job isn't just about locking gates. It's about being a guardian of this tranquility. My patrol begins. The torch in my hand is a familiar weight, its beam a reassuring slash of light cutting through the deepening dark. I follow the winding paths, the crunch of gravel under my boots the only rhythm in the silence. Each night is a conversation with the past. The torchlight slides over names carved into weathered stone, dates that mark the beginning and end of entire lifetimes. I see names like Eleanor, who lived to be 98, and little Thomas, who only saw 5 summers. You can't help but wonder about them. What were their lives like? What joys and sorrows did they experience? The statues watch me as I pass, their stone eyes seeming to follow my light. Angels with wings outstretched, stoic figures lost in thought. They're not just markers. They are guardians themselves, silent sentinels standing watch over those at rest. My route is always the same, a familiar circuit that takes me through every section. The newer, polished granite stones near the entrance give way to the older ivy-clad monuments in the Victorian section. Some are tilted, worn down by a century of wind and rain, their inscriptions barely legible. It's my job to ensure everything is as it should be. No disturbances, no damage, just the quiet order of things. Sometimes a fox will dart across my path, its eyes glowing in the torchlight for a fleeting moment before it disappears into the undergrowth. Or an owl will hoot from the old yew tree, its call a hauntingly beautiful melody that adds to the atmosphere. These are my only companions out here, fellow creatures of the night. The moon is high now, a brilliant silver disk in the inky sky. It bathes the cemetery in a soft, ethereal glow, turning the marble and granite into shimmering silver. This is my favorite part of the night. I've reached the highest point of the grounds, where an old wooden bench sits beneath a sprawling oak. From here, I can see almost the entire cemetery laid out before me, a patchwork of light and shadow. The rows of headstones look like waves in a silent, frozen sea. I sit down, the cool wood a familiar comfort. The silence here isn't empty, it's full. Full of stories, full of history, full of peace. You feel a connection to something much larger than yourself. Out here, the trivial worries of the day just melt away. Your own problems seem so small when you're surrounded by centuries of human experience. You're not just looking at graves. You're in the presence of countless lives lived. Doctors, soldiers, mothers, artists. They're all here. And in the profound quiet, you can almost feel their presence. It's not spooky, not in the way people imagine. It's respectful. A profound sense of calm settles over you. This isn't a place of fear. It's a place of reflection. It's where the final chapter of every story is written, and in that there's a strange kind of beauty and acceptance. I take a sip from my flask of hot tea, the warmth spreading through me. I just sit and watch, and listen to the silence. The first hint of dawn is a subtle shift in the darkness. A faint, gray light begins to creep into the eastern sky, slowly chasing away the deep blue of night. The stars begin to fade one by one. This is my cue. My night is coming to an end. I start my final patrol, retracing my steps as the world around me begins to stir. The birds are the first to wake, their tentative chirps growing into a full-blown dawn chorus. It's a beautiful, life-affirming sound that contrasts with the deep silence of the night. The light grows stronger, revealing the dewdrops sparkling like diamonds on the grass and on the intricate webs of spiders. The stone angels and worn headstones are now bathed in the soft, rosy light of sunrise. They look different in the morning, less mysterious and more like historical artifacts, their stories waiting to be read by the daytime visitors. My footsteps feel a little heavier now, the long hours catching up with me. But there's a satisfaction in completing the watch, in handing this peaceful place back over to the daylight. As I reach the main gates, I can hear the first sounds of morning traffic from the city beyond. The world is waking up, starting its day, full of noise and hurry. I turn the old key in the lock, and the iron gates swing open with a familiar groan, welcoming the new day. My shift is over. I've kept the watch, guarded the silence. And as I walk out into the morning light, I leave the city of the silent to its peaceful slumber until the sun sets once more. Thanks for joining me on my watch. If you found this journey peaceful, maybe give us a follow. Take care.